Hey, Mom. Are you there? Did this message go through? Mom?
Yes, what's up, Cindy?
What's for dinner tonight?
Huh? Is that what you're texting me about? You never contact me to ask what we're having for dinner. What's the matter?
Today is, a special day. My birthday, remember? You do remember, right, Mom? Don't tell me you forgot.
Of course not. I was just going to buy your birthday cake.
Seriously? I knew you wouldn't forget, Mom.
I'm heading over to the mall to pick up the cake, so I'm gonna be a bit late. You're still out with your friends, right? We still have some time before dinner, so enjoy yourself until then.
Yeah, but I'm kind of in the mood to come home a little early today.
Oh yeah? Okay then, wait for me at home. I won't be long. You got that? Do a little homework until dinner.
Okay, I'll do that. See you later. I just got back. Hey, what kind of cake did you get? Hope it's the chocolate with strawberries. I love that one. Did you pick it up at Le Paris? Come on, Mom, pick up. I can't stand the wait.
Sorry, I can't reveal that just yet. It's a secret until tonight.
Come on, Mom. Can't wait that long. I need to know. At least give me a hint. At least tell me if you had my name etched on it.
Sorry, you're not going to get a scrape of information out of me. This is top secret stuff we're talking about. I tell you now, and that just diminishes all the fun. Be patient, birthday girl. What's up, Cindy? You seem really upbeat this year.
I'm so excited. This is not just any supermarket cake. This is the real deal from Le Paris. I've been looking forward to this all week.
Okay, calm down. Let's open it up as soon as I get home. Just a little peek, though. It might take a bit longer, so sit tight. I'll be back as soon as I can.
All right, hurry up, though.
Okay, see you soon.
Mom, pick up, would you? Where the hell are you? When are you coming home? You know what? The oil heater ran out of fuel. It's getting pretty cold in here. Is there more out in the garage? I don't know how to refill it, so get back home as soon as you can. Okay, Mom? Mom, are you there? Why won't you answer? It's already 9 p.m. Where are you, Mom?
Your mom will never return. Sorry to say.
Excuse me? What are you saying? Come on, Mom! Hurry home! I'm getting super hungry. I haven't eaten all day. My birthday will be over soon. Please come home.
I'm not your mother. I'm your mother's lover. I'm contacting you on her behalf.
So, does that mean Mom is with Dad?
Oh boy, what a hassle. No, kid, I'm not your dad. I'm her lover, her boyfriend. You do understand, right?
Come on, Mom. Stop screwing around and hurry up and come home. It's really getting cold and I'm getting really hungry.
Shut the hell up, you little brat! I'm getting sick of your whining. Can we even have a normal conversation? See that? Now do you understand? So that's the story. She's starting a new life. See ya.
Wait, let me speak to Mom. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. What are you talking about? What do you mean she's never coming back? What's this about starting a new life? I don't get it. What's going on?
I'm sure your grandma or your father will be by to pick you up, so hold tight for a bit longer. Grab a blanket from the bedroom if you're cold. Jeez. Okay, see ya.
Hand the phone to Mom right now. I want to talk to her directly. Why won't Mom talk to me directly? What's going on? Does she no longer care for me? Is that it? It can't be. She said she was on the way to buy a birthday cake for me. She promised. She said we were going to celebrate my birthday together. Why? After that strange conversation, I never received a message from my mother again. That time, it was just the two of us. We were living together as mother and daughter. I was pretty young at the time, and I had no idea what was going on. Apparently, my mother contacted my father, and he rushed over to pick me up. And since that day, I've been living with my father. I recall my father explaining the situation to me, not all at once, but gradually, so as not to traumatize me. Yes, that's right. My mother simply abandoned me for some guy. I loved my mom dearly. As you can imagine, it was a devastating blow to a child. I also remember that I was constantly crying at my father's arms every night. That was a long time ago. I just turned 18 today. Yes, my birthday. That fateful day was on my birthday too. Every year the memories start flooding back. A lot happened over the years. And on that day of my high school graduation, an unpleasant incident was about to unfold. Hello, Mother. I'm correct in calling you that, right? Sorry, it's just all of a sudden that I wasn't ready for it. I've calmed down a bit, so I decided to contact you.
You've really grown up, Cindy. I saw you the other day and I was so shocked.
I was surprised you even recognized me.
Well, you were my daughter after all. How could I not recognize you? That aside, I was surprised that you believed I was your mother.
My mind sort of went blank when you approached me, though. Why wouldn't I believe you were my mother?
You were with friends then, so bit late, but congratulations on your graduation.
Yeah, thanks, Mom.
Where was your father and grandpa and grandma? Weren't they there with you?
Oh, so you haven't heard. Dad passed some time back.
Excuse me? Say that again?
You passed away last year from cancer.
I had no idea.
I told Grandma and Grandpa they didn't have to come. They have trouble walking, so it's for the better. So nobody was there.
I see. I wish I could have been there for you. I'm really sorry.
I don't mind. I'm used to this kind of thing. Besides, you're not related. I mean, they probably wouldn't have let you in anyway.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
So, why were you there?
Yeah, I was getting to that. This was pretty important, so I wanted to talk to you directly. But I suppose that's not possible.
No, not possible. I get really tired if we talk too long. If there is something you want to say, tell me now.
Well, it's kind of hard for me to say this, but I'm ill. It's leukemia.
Oh yeah? Is that right?
That seems like a pretty lukewarm reaction. I said I have leukemia. Do you know what this is?
You think? I think my reaction is pretty normal. So, what do you want me to do about it?
Well, nothing. I just wanted you to know, that's all. It's just that medical costs are super high. I need money for treatment. So I was hoping you would work a bit and send me some money, to help me out. I'll introduce you to a great job opportunity. What do you say? Help your sick mother out, please?
I'm going to have to pass on that. It's really none of my business.
But you graduated from high school, right? You can get a good job right away. You're 18, for God's sake, you should be working.
Sorry, I'm set to go to college, so I can't help you out. You're going to have to work it out yourself.
Why are you being so stubborn? What's the use for a girl going to college? You'll just spend a fortune on tuition, and after graduating you'll just marry, have kids and become a housewife? What a total waste of money. You'll be better off working while you're still young. Like I said, I can introduce you to some jobs. Pretty good paying jobs too.
I really don't know why you're going on about this. I mean, you're no longer my mother. At least, I don't consider you my mother. We're complete strangers. I have no intention of sending you money or getting a job. I want to concentrate on my studies.
Hold on a second, Cindy. I'm sick. Didn't you hear me? I have leukemia.
I really don't care if you have leukemia or cancer or even the flu. You're nothing to me. Why would I help a complete stranger? So I take it that the reason why you approached me was simply to get money out of me? Is that it? Well, if that's the case, this conversation is over. Okay then, see you. Good luck.
Please, don't call me a stranger. I'm your mother, for God's sake. Have a little compassion.
That's where you're wrong. You're not my mother, and I am no longer your daughter. I was only 5 years old when you left me, and I've never forgotten what you did to me. But you know what? I feel a lot better now. Like a load was taken off my shoulders. So I thank you for that. Now I can completely delete you from my memory.
Didn't you hear me? I'm sick. I'm dying. I really felt bad about leaving you that night. I just couldn't return. The guy I was with just would not let me go.
You felt bad about it, huh? You abandoned your 5-year-old daughter for some guy? Is that something a mother would do?
Well, I was still pretty young. I didn't know what I was doing.
No use making excuses now. No matter what you say, it won't change the fact that you abandoned me. Do you not realize that your pathetic excuses are hurting me even more. I don't care if you're sick. Are you even really sick? Is this just another one of your tricks? Like, I'll be back with your birthday cake soon?
Cindy, I understand you completely. I'm just a selfish old woman. I know that.
If you know that, well, please don't ever show your face in front of me again.
Please, listen to me. I'm currently looking for a donor. I need a marrow transplant if I'm going to survive this disease. That's how serious this whole thing is. These transplants are possible if the donor is a relative. The best chance of survival is if the donor is a son or a daughter. I may survive if you're the donor. I want you to get a checkup, and if things work out, I want you to be the donor. What do you say? I gave birth to you. That's the least you can do for your mother.
I've heard enough. Goodbye.
Hold it 1 second, Cindy. I haven't finished yet. Cindy, please hear me out.
Hello, Cindy. You might remember me. Probably not. It was a long time ago. I can't understand you, Cindy. How could you be like that to your mother?
Who the hell are you?
I'm your mother's husband. We talked once. Way back when. I hear you refused my wife's request.
Yes, I did. What's it to you?
Do you realize what you have done? At this rate, my loving wife, she'll be dead. Are you okay with that? If that happens, the fault will lie with you. You do realize that, don't you?
Excuse me, but I would appreciate it if you wouldn't blame every little thing on me.
She has a chance to survive, and you're just going to abandon her? Is that what you're going to do? Your mother gave birth to you. How could you treat your own flesh and blood this way?
For someone who abandoned her 5-year-old child, that's rich. Okay, let me get this straight. She feels death is approaching, so she suddenly feels remorse. She wants redemption. Is that what you're saying? The reason why I won't help her is simply because she abandoned me when I most needed her. I will never forgive her for what she did. And she had a complete stranger call me on her behalf? Seriously? Some old pathetic excuse for a mother. That's all I have to say about this whole thing. I really don't give a crap whether this person lives or dies. It has nothing whatsoever to do with me.
You're a real piece of cake, you little brat. You're just like your father. I feel really sorry for my wife to have a daughter like you. She's been in tears ever since you shunned her. All her relatives ignore her, and her only daughter doesn't care if she lives or dies. What a pathetic family. If you can't work and send her money, the least you can do is be a donor.
Oh yeah, you're that guy who called that night. Why do I have to sit here as you trash talk my father's name? He was a good person, and he loved me. He brought me up and took care of me all those years. He was always by my side, encouraging me every step of the way. And you know what? My dad never missed a birthday party for me. He was the greatest dad ever. He even left a college fund for me. Dad provided everything I needed, even after he died. Compare that to your wife. She abandons me as a child. Then years later, she appears out of the blue asking for money and God knows what? If you want to have pity on someone, I would appreciate a little of that.
So what you're saying is, you're just going to leave your mother high and dry? Just let her die? Your mother? You do know you only have one mother. There is nobody that can take her place. She dies, and she's gone forever. You do understand that, right?
No use trying to squeeze sympathy out of me, mister. I have no emotional attachment towards my mother. Live or die, it makes no difference to me. If she needs so much help, why don't you help her? Why come to me? Isn't that right, Mr. Walsh? Frank Walsh, if I recall.
Why do you know my name?
I had a private investigator check you out. Got the report right here. Apparently, you used to work with my mother, and it says here that you were married before you hooked up with my mother. The reason for divorce? Gambling, huh? This little habit of yours still continues to this day. Now, how could you pay for your wife's surgery with zero savings? So you guys came up with this cockamamie scheme to milk some money out of me. Isn't that what this is all about?
Hey, you little punk! You keep talking like that, it's not going to end well for you!
Hey, says here that you work for a major ad agency. If you continue to harass me, I have no other choice but to contact people at your company. So, please, get lost. I don't want anything to do with people of your ilk.
I was doing you a favor! A chance to rekindle a relationship with a mother and her daughter! You even mention anything about this to my employers, you will reap the consequences. It won't be pretty. I guarantee you that. Or do you want to witness what happens if you really piss off an adult?
Oh, really? What the hell do you plan to do, Mr. Walsh?
I'm talking about strength, power, you sorry little brat. I would teach you a lesson you won't forget. You won't be able to even get out of bed to go to school.
So you're gonna beat me up? Didn't know an ad agency hired members of the mafia. You threatened me. Well, I have ideas of my own too. Goodbye, Mr. Walsh.
Hold on a second, I'm not finished!
Hey, Cindy, pick up! What the hell did you do to James?
Excuse me? May I ask who this is?
Cut the crap, you little brat! I'm your mother, for God's sake! How could you do this to your own blood relative? You're a demon!
Excuse me, but I don't have a mother. But I do recall someone who demanded that I work and send her money that she wants me to donate my bone marrow so she can save her own life. And then, when I refused, she had her husband threaten to beat me up if I didn't comply. Yeah, there was someone like that. So, what's this all about?
I got a call from a lawyer. This is you, right? What the hell are you thinking?
I was threatened. My life was in danger. I had to do something.
If this company finds out about it, do you realize what would happen? They would fire him on the spot. I can't believe you sent a damn lawyer.
I was scared for my life. He said he would beat me up so bad that I would not be able to go to school. Did you know that? So, I got some advice from a lawyer friend of mine. He said he would help me out, so I left it up to him. I don't know much about legal matters. I'm just a little kid. Besides, he brought it on himself. What exactly did I do wrong? I was the one who was threatened.
Are you serious? I can't believe you took him at face value. He was frustrated. He didn't mean it. Why do you even know a lawyer?
Maybe I should have been more clear. The lawyer was Dad's friend. Dad was worried about me, and he knew he didn't have long with the cancer and all, so he made sure I was taken care of after he was gone. He left me a list of people to contact if I ever was in trouble. I sort of scoffed at that time, but I'm really grateful for his forethought. That law firm is backing me 100%. They're not some fly-by-night operation either. So, you better hire a good lawyer if you're gonna take them on.
We don't have that kind of money.
Huh? Seriously? He's a gambler, right? He must be rolling in the bucks.
You've really changed. Cindy, how could you?
Wait a sec. Don't tell me you guys don't have any money. Oh my god. Are you guys heavily in debt? Like from all the gambling?
That's right. Nobody will even give us a loan. What the hell are we supposed to do?
Holy smoke! You guys really got yourself in a rut! I wouldn't want to be in your shoes right now.
Please, Cindy, help us out. Please, I beg you. I apologize for all I did to you. So please, let's make up and start over. What do you say? I know. Let's do that birthday party that we never got to do. I'll even go out and buy a cake especially for you. We'll have a big celebration.
No, thank you. I really can't take this crap anymore, so goodbye. I ask that you go through my lawyer from now on if you have something to say. Hey, Mom, now do you know how I felt that day? After that conversation, my lawyer discussed the situation with my mother and her husband. They agreed that they would refrain from contacting me or having anything to do with me in the future. As for my mother and this guy James, I heard they were unable to pay their debts and all their assets were seized. I don't really know what happened to them afterwards. When I was a kid, I adored my mother, but I made up my mind that despite her being my mother, it would be better to not have any contact with her. It's the decision I made, and I have no regrets. But running into her that day and hashing everything out took a huge load off my back. Now I'm just attending college and making a whole lot of new friends. The only family I have left is my grandpa and grandma, whom I will cherish for the rest of my life. And I mustn't forget Dad. He's probably watching me from up there. I'm going to make him proud as I start my new life.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Noah, you are on lunch break now, right? Well, I just wanted to let you know that I've told both my parents and your parents about how I'm pregnant now.
You did say that you'd be talking with him about it soon, right?
That's right, so I've gone ahead and done just that. I was a little nervous at first, but I had to make sure to say it now or else it would never happen.
So, how was it? How did everyone react?
Everybody's really excited to see the baby, especially your parents. Both your mom and your dad were jumping with joy when I started telling them about it. They were screaming that they'd finally have a grandchild at the top of their lungs.
I suppose so. They never really told you about it, but for a long time now, those two really wanted to have a grandchild.
Well, I can see that now.
I'm their only child after all, so it was up to me and only me to grant them a grandchild. I think those two have been praying for this day for years now, and those prayers were finally answered today.
I see. Well, I'm so happy to see that they're both that happy. They started to talk with me about how they need to get working on buying clothes and such for our baby now.
I think it's a little bit early for them to be doing that, right? We still have months to go before the baby is born, so they need to settle down a little.
They're just that excited about the baby. My parents are about the same as yours right now as well. They want to give us all sorts of presents for our baby. Both our parents are just too happy to calm down now.
Are they going to be giving you money?
I'm not sure about that, but probably money.
If it's going to be money that they give you, I wonder how much.
I have no clue about that either. Maybe $1,000 or $2? When my cousin became pregnant, that's how much money they gave to her as a gift. So it'll be about that amount this time as well if they decide to give me money.
They're giving us that much? I guess I should have expected that from your family. Your family has always had a bit more money than most other families here.
I'm not so sure about that, Noah. They just happen to want to celebrate this moment because it's special to them, so they'll give a little bit more money for it. And that's if they decide to give money this time.
Well, then the both of your parents must be really excited for us then.
I think so. If they do end up giving us that much for the baby, I'll be really happy. I'll just have to make sure to give birth to a happy and healthy baby in return for the presents.
By the way, Kat, what are you going to do about work? I don't think you'll be able to work all the time if you have a baby. So you're going to have to make a choice here soon so that you can let your boss know.
That's a good point. What should I do? Really, I don't want to have to quit my job or anything like that. I happen to love having a job to go to, and the job I'm working now is great. I love it.
But whether you like it or not, after giving birth, you're not going to be able to work, right?
Well, that's true.
And what about daycare? Do you plan to have the baby go to daycare or something?
I'm not sure. But right after having the baby, I'm not sure we can send them right to daycare or anything. I guess we'll just have to look into something later on.
Kids are always getting sick when they're that small. I'm sure leaving them at a daycare will be hard for them, right? They're around all these other kids that can get them sick with something.
Well, I guess. But I was thinking we'd just have to deal with something like that if our child was to get sick.
You say that, but I'm not always going to be able to leave work all the time to care for a sick child. And I can't be home from work right away, even if I can leave early. You understand that I'm still going to be busy with work then, right?
I know that. But even with work, you'll still have to be around for our kid at times, right? And that might just mean taking work off to be home with them and help out with the chores. Remember that when it comes to things like doing the chores and caring for the kid, we have to split the workload.
No, I think that might be too difficult for me. To be honest, even now I don't have a lot of time to be helping out. I think you should just give up on that job entirely and focus on being a housewife for the rest of your life. Then you could focus on our kid and take care of the house full time.
So you really think it's a good idea for me to be home all the time?
I have no reason to be taking time off my job or quitting, right? You're already going to be taking time off work to have the baby, right? So why not just quit your job there? You were far better than me at doing chores and cooking. So it was better that you manage them full time as opposed to me trying to help out.
It's not as easy as you think. The job I'm at right now happens to be something I really enjoy doing.
But your child is going to be a lot more important than work, right? If you keep working, you won't be able to put enough effort into the house and kid.
I know that.
I think it's a better option having you at the house all day to raise the kid and do chores instead of us both working. Becoming a housewife would also make me a whole lot more comfortable as well.
I suppose it would be best if I just quit my job entirely.
And maybe in a few years after being around the kid and caring for the house, you can look for a new job or something. So for the time being, just leave your job and put your family first. I'd feel real bad for our kid if you cared more about your work than the child himself.
I'd feel bad as well. All right, I'll quit my job. Someone has to be home to do a lot of the chores, I guess. Having a child will only make the chores list grow, so I think it'd be good to be home full-time.
That's right. And after a while, our kid will grow up and be able to help you out as well. You just have to be around them at home all the time for a few years. This would be the time when our child is the most cute. So be home for them, all right?
Good point. Well, I guess I'll leave my job soon then and head back to my parents' house to have the baby.
Oh, that's a great idea. I feel a lot more comfortable with you doing that. And then you'll have your mom around to care for you. I'm sure she'll even be able to help you with having the baby and caring for it right after.
But is that really okay? Me leaving the house for a while?
I'll be totally fine here. If anything, having you at your parents' house will help me a ton. I'll probably be very busy come the time the baby's due, so it's better you have your parents around you for that time as well. I'll go ask them to be your support for a while.
I guess this is my first time having a baby, and it would be so nice to have my mom's support. Then I guess I will go ahead and ask them if it's all right for me to come home. And I'll start talking with my work about quitting. I just got back to the house from my mom and dad's. It feels so wonderful to be back at our house again, and I can relax a bit now.
Welcome home, Kat.
I'm actually quite surprised at how well the house is looking right now. I assumed you wouldn't have stayed on task cleaning the place all the time and that I'd have some chores to get done here. But no, the place is spotless.
Well, I've been busy, so I've only really been in the house to sleep. I never had time to be around the house making much of a mess.
Is that right? Now that you mention it, you're still not home yet, are you?
I'm going to be late coming home tonight, so you can head to bed before me.
I see. I guess you really are busy then.
I think so. Have you been able to move all your things back into the house? I'm sure there are a lot of clothes and such, right?
My dad came along with me and helped put my things inside the house. Thank goodness for that, because a lot of these bags are heavy.
Your dad came along with you as well? Did he head back to his house now?
We don't have any air mattresses here or an extra bed, so I'm having him stay at a hotel nearby. He told me that he'll head back home tomorrow, but before that, he'll stop over here one more time. He wants to see us again before heading home.
I see. I'm going to have to head into work early tomorrow, so I probably won't be able to see him.
Really?
And tomorrow morning, I have to work on some assignments here and make up some documents. Just let your dad know I said hi, all right?
You really are busy with work. Having to go into work early again tomorrow when you're already having to stay late the night before? Take care of yourself, all right?
Actually, I'm not working right now.
What? You're not at work right now? Then what are you up to?
I'm at one of my friends' birthday party. They happen to have loads of money, and this house is spectacular. Actually, I'm on the top floor of this apartment building in their penthouse.
Wait, so you're not working? I'm all right with you not being at home for work-related things, but you're just at a party?
Well, this is kind of like work to me. A lot of the people here at this party happen to work in the same company as me. So it's kind of like I'm here to make myself look better to them, to get even closer to them.
But that doesn't have to do with you getting paid, right? You knew that today the baby and I would be coming back to the house, so I really would have liked it that you were home to see us.
Don't say such BS, all right? I don't need to be home for you right now. You had your dad bring you home and help you get your things into the house, right?
I get that, but today is the first time you're able to see your baby's face in person. You had chances before to come out to my parents' house, but every time I asked, you said you were busy. So please leave that party and come home to see your baby and I.
I'm going to be seeing you both every day from now on, so quit it. I've already seen loads of pictures of you two as well, so I still know what both of you look like. You're being selfish with my time.
I'm the one being selfish? With your time? I feel like you're the only one being selfish here. Do you even care that you're a father now?
Why are you acting like this right after getting home? It's annoying.
Huh? Did you just say it's annoying?
I have a lot of stress from work, all right? So why am I not allowed to go out and spend some time with friends burning the stress off? Compared to me, you and your jobless butt have nothing to be stressed about.
I have a lot to be stressed about. Compared to what you think, raising a child is hard.
But you've been out of work for months now, right? All you have to do is play with the baby. That's it. Simple. And for the past 6 months, your parents have been doing your chores and everything. It must be so relaxing to have not been doing anything for a half a year.
It has not been relaxing. Also, do not say things like I'm jobless, all right? You were the one that said I should quit my job because I'd have a lot to focus on with the baby and this house.
I was just giving you an option. You were the one that chose to quit your job. You gave up on the career you had, right?
Excuse me? What the heck, Noah? You and I had a talk about whether or not I should quit my job, and you said it'd be better that I was a housewife, right? What you're saying now about me is completely different.
And that was just me giving you an option was all. You were the one that made the final call, and not me.
What do you mean by that? Why are you starting to talk to me like that all of a sudden? Hey, are you out messing around again? Hurry up and come home already.
I'm out drinking right now for work, so I'm not coming home yet.
You keep doing this every single day, Noah. What the hell is going on with you? You still have a small baby at home that you need to help care for.
What do you mean a small baby?
We cannot leave our baby by themselves, right? So if you're going to make me be the one in charge of them, then you come home and help do chores or something.
Why do I have to come home to do chores? That's all your job, right? Why else would you be a housewife besides to get the chores done?
Even if I'm home all day as the housewife, that doesn't mean I can do everything here on my own. Out of all my friends, you are the only husband I know that does not come home to help with the baby and doing some chores. You haven't helped me even once these past 4 months. Just be home a little bit to help me with something.
Those are all your friends' households, not ours.
What are you trying to say? Right now is the most important time for you to be a father and be here to help your wife out.
And that's just what you think, so stop trying to make me believe in whatever baseless crap you think.
This isn't just something that I think, though. Also, you should be more caring for your family than all your friends. You are not single anymore, and you have a wife and kid at home that you need to be responsible for now. You can't just keep going out when you have free time to play with your friends. I cannot believe that even now you're going out to get drunk and aren't coming home until 2 or 3 in the morning.
Look, Kat, I'm not sure how many times I've told you now, but I'm playing around out here in order to move up in the company. So all of this fun I'm having is for work. So that means no matter what I'm doing is part of my job.
I know you always like to say that things are part of work as an excuse, but to me, I don't see anything about you going out to drink all the time as important for your job. Do you even remember what happened the other day? That morning 2 days ago?
2 days ago? What happened?
Of course you wouldn't remember. You came into the house early that morning all drunk. And you went up to our baby, waking them up with all the noise you were making, and they began to cry. And it took me hours to get them back to sleep.
I don't remember any of that.
That's because you were completely hammered. You're telling me drinking that much is part of your job? Don't you ever drink that much again, okay? If you keep acting like that, one day the police will come and arrest you.
Yeah, right. I was just tired at the time, so the alcohol got to me more than usual. I didn't drink that much then.
Liar. If you hadn't been drinking that much then, why did you smell like the sink at a bar?
You're really starting to drive me up the wall. You stop it with all that bickering right now. A jobless woman like you has no right talking to your husband like that.
Jobless woman? Now why would you say something like that? The only reason I'm jobless right now is because you keep saying you're too busy drinking. I mean, working.
That's right. I don't care to do the chores or care for our baby. And that's why I'm having you stay home to do all that. So you shut up and do as you're told.
So you don't give a crap about anything going on in this house? In this family?
I told you I can't be bothered with anything there. You're being a real witch right now. And by the way, that brat's crying is a total turnoff for me. So dang annoying. Shut it the hell up. That's your job as its mother.
If you'd like me to do my job as a mother, then why don't you start by doing your job as a father first? Calling your own baby a brat for crying? What the hell? If you keep acting the way you have been, you are no longer going to have the right to call yourself a father or husband. And don't you ever call me jobless again when you're never home to do a dang thing.
Are you freaking kidding me? What do you mean I won't be calling myself a father or husband? I have been working every single day, making sure there is enough money for both you and the brat. Do you not care about me doing my part as your husband? I think you're the one talking. You shouldn't be able to call yourself my wife for not realizing that I'm the pillar of this family.
Well, if you'd like me to care about what you're doing, then become someone I'd want to care about. I am thankful that you work full-time for us, but from what I've seen out of you recently, that's all you're good at.
Who do you think you are? If you talk to me like you're better than me again, I'm going to leave you.
Divorce?
Yeah, I'm going to toss both you and the brat out of my house. Without me around, you won't be able to carry on, right? You'll be the one in huge trouble then, so shut up and do your job.
Blaming me like that after you told me to quit my job? You're a dick.
What are you doing right now? I have been trying to get a hold of you all day. Hey, answer the phone. Where the hell have you gone when you don't have a job and have all these chores to be doing? Lost cause.
Calling me a lost cause now? Well, maybe that's due to you never helping me.
Huh? How have I never been helping you? Who do you think has been the one working all the time to make money for you?
As a father, you have more responsibilities than just making money. Anybody can work a job and make some money. I think that after returning myself to work, I won't have any use for you as my husband anymore.
What did you say? Yeah, you were really trying to push it today, huh? You want to play games like that? Then it's time for a divorce. Is that what you want?
Again with that?
You want to be stuck on the streets with that brat in your arms? Is that the life you want? This is the one and only time I'll let you apologize to me for what you just said. I'm being serious right now. So if you don't apologize now, who knows what'll happen to you?
We're already divorced, Noah. And that's why I don't care what you have to say to me anymore. And that's why I won't need to be relying on you for anything anymore.
Huh? We're already divorced. What are you talking about now? Have you lost your mind or something?
I've already handed in all the divorce papers and everything, so you and I are completely divorced. Legally, you and I are just strangers now.
What are you going on about? When it comes to divorce papers, the both of us have to sign them together.
That's right.
And I never signed any divorce papers.
You have, though, and that's why I was able to hand them in.
Did you go and forge my signature or something?
I would never do something illegal like that. Have you forgotten what you've done again?
Huh? What have I forgotten?
You signed those divorce papers that I turned into the courthouse. You forgot about that?
I haven't forgot anything because that never even happened. You stop it with all these blatant lies right now.
Now that I think about it, during that time you were drunk off your butt again. Perhaps you were so drunk then that you once again lost all your memory of what happened? Well, I guess that's what's always been happening with you.
I was drunk. When was this?
On Thursday night, I handed you those divorce papers, right? And you told me you wanted the divorce yourself before signing them and handing them back to me.
You liar. I don't remember any of that. Stop trying to say all this crap to me like I'd actually do something like that.
I have a witness, though. Your parents.
What? My parents were there? What the heck?
At that time, I was on the phone with your mom and dad explaining to them that we were getting a divorce. I told them about how you wanted me to quit my job, and only months after that, you started to treat me horribly for not working and would make me do everything from caring for the baby to doing all the chores.
What is going on? You're telling me that my parents believed all that? What the hell is all this?
They didn't have to choose to believe me or not because it's the truth. You even told them yourself that we'd be getting a divorce, saying that you didn't need a worthless wife, an annoying brat like us, and that you wanted to put us on the street. Both myself and your parents remember that moment very clearly.
I said things like that? Are you sure?
I'm sure. That's why your mom and dad ended up agreeing with me that we needed a divorce. You don't remember a single thing from that night? Even your dad told you something. He replied saying that someone like you would never turn out to be a proper husband or father.
What?
The way he said that to you made it seem like he lost all faith in you as a man. And after he said that, the four of us agreed that it was time to get the divorce. And at the time, you grabbed the pen out of my hands and signed all the papers. So there is nothing wrong with the divorce that's taken place.
I can't believe this. No way. I don't want a divorce.
What? Weren't you always the one bringing up divorce in the first place? I was just joining you in that idea by saying that we should indeed get one. And that's why in the end I handed in those signed papers.
Stop playing around. Do you actually think you can raise a kid all by yourself? Especially when you're jobless?
All I have to do is go back to the company I was working for. I already told them that I had plans of coming back.
Why would you tell them that? You were supposed to quit that job fair and square.
When I was talking with my boss about it before leaving the company, he told me I was welcome back anytime. And, well, I plan to use a daycare most of the time now. And when I can't do that, I always have my parents around to babysit. Really, I didn't want to get my parents involved in caring for the baby, but both my mom and dad told me they wanted to help out, so I accepted their help.
Did you plan for all this to happen? You had to have. I'm starting to remember what happened that night. You kept on telling me to drink up, right?
I was the one telling you to keep drinking? I don't remember ever doing something like that.
You got me all drunk, all so that you can get me talking. That's why I was saying all those horrible things about you. And then you brought out the divorce papers knowing I'd sign them?
When you get drunk like that, you really tend to lose your rationality. But you were the one to get yourself that drunk and then agreed to getting the divorce, right? So please stop making me responsible for your own actions.
You were the one that forced me into a state where I'd want to divorce you, right? This is not right. We shouldn't be getting a divorce. I won't let you divorce me.
It's already happened, though. We're divorced now. You were the one that signed those papers. And you were the one always suggesting divorce to me. I just happened to give you an option that night, and you chose to sign those papers and confirm that you wanted the divorce.
What a far-fetched argument that is. You realize that if you let this happen, you and that brat are going to live the rest of your lives in poverty. But I guess you've always been that stupid, so go ahead and take the road that'll end up screwing you and that brat over.
So because I have no plans of coming back to you, you're going to start talking about me and the baby like that? I am so happy that I was able to divorce a pile of crap like you. I already knew you were no good at being a husband and a father, and now I'm starting to think you're just a terrible person in general. The fact that you'd say things like that to your baby and wife is why you've been divorced. Well, I hope that since you have no plans of ever caring about a family, you live the rest of your life as a lonely jackass. The following day, Noah came to his parents' house looking for me, but luckily for myself, my dad came and picked me up. And as he tried to make a break towards my house, his dad stepped in and held him down before his mom closed the door and locked it. Then both his parents told him over and over again that he needed to be held responsible for his actions, and that me leaving him was the result of being such a failure. And they made sure it was clear to him that even though he was drunk, he agreed to and signed the divorce papers that night. Also, they made sure he knew that it was his idea in the first place to talk about getting a divorce, so he had no right to complain anymore. I was just being the kind wife I'd always been to him, and did the one thing that he kept threatening me with, so he needs to understand that well and clear. And knowing that he was never going to be able to take care of his wife and baby makes me feel even better about the divorce taking place. As of right now, I'm having my baby go to daycare while I'm going back to work at my old job. Being a single parent now is a bit tough, but it's far less stressful than having Noah as my husband. I think we can all agree on the fact that he was the cause of all my stress, and that instead of quitting my job, I should have just quit him from the beginning.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.